Hey guys, it's Fernanda. Welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, I'm going to be showing you what I plan on using for remote learning with schools being closed and stuff. So I haven't really thought of it fully, but this is what I have so far, and I wanted to share with you guys just in case you guys were on the same boat. I might be looking to my computer, but I also have overlays on the screen so you can see and follow along. Actually, I'm going to look at my phone. So there are about 6 resources I'm using, and they are ClassDojo, Zoom, SeeSaw Learning, YouTube, splashmath, or I think it's called SplashLearn now, as well as Teacher Monster to Read. Zoom is a video conferencing website or app that you can use to meet with your students. You can create a free account, and during this time you can get premium services or versions for free, such as being able to meet for longer than 40 minutes on Zoom. I'll have a link down below where you can sign up. After you make your account, you have a specific link to you, and that's what you send out to parents so that your students can meet with you on Zoom. I'm also going to be using ClassDojo. That is where I have most of my communication with my parents. Actually, pretty much all my communication with my parents on, and that's where I'll be posting a lot of links so they can access all of these resources. And on top of links, I'm also going to be attaching PDF files in case they cannot access them on SeeSaw, which that brings me to SeeSaw. SeeSaw is a digital portfolio app / website. I've been using SeeSaw since my first year of teaching, and my students are very familiar with it, so they know how to post things on there. One really cool feature of SeeSaw is that you can create assignments and you can record yourself reading directions, you can have an example, you can post a video, and then students just submit their assignment on there. The first way I'm going to be using YouTube is to upload the meetings that we have on Zoom onto YouTube as an unlisted video. The keyword being unlisted. Uploading as unlisted on YouTube means that only those with the link can watch the video. So the reason I'm doing this is because I know that not everybody's going to be able to meet with me on Zoom at a specific time, but I also don't want them to miss out on it. So Zoom has an option where you can record and download the meeting, and then that's what I plan on uploading to YouTube as an unlisted video, and then posting the link on ClassDojo for my parents to be able to access and my students to be able to watch when they can. Okay, so editing Fernanda here, and I forgot to further explain why I'm just uploading those Zoom videos as unlisted, and the reason for that is just for student privacy. But for my other lessons that are going to be just recorded for strictly YouTube, that's going to be just in public so anyone can see them if they need them. The only obstacle I foresee with this is the uploading time. Right now I have about an hour on Zoom for me teaching, so it's going to be an hour-long video. Usually, like right now, I'm uploading a video, and that was a 15-minute video, and it took an hour. Now, I know that probably has a lot to do with my internet connection and how fast it is, but I anticipate internet connections being a lot slower as time goes on. So uploading an hour lesson onto YouTube, that's going to take a lot of hours. So I already told my parents that if they miss the Zoom meeting, they can see it on YouTube, but the next day. So for next week, I'm only going to be recording writing videos and reading videos. So for writing, I'll be teaching mini lessons on writing. We are currently working on opinion writing, so we'll continue that. Oh man, I should have brought my Anchor charts. I'm going to school tomorrow to pick up some things, and I'm going to go ahead and bring all my Anchor charts just so I can refer back to them when I'm making this video. And then for reading, we are currently reading a Bad Guys books. I love that series, so I want to make sure that I read 2 chapters on a video each day and then upload it until we finish the book, and then after that I can just continue reading other books. And I actually use a lot of YouTube videos in my classroom already for morning meeting, for timers, for phonics, for math, for a lot of things. So I'll be using those YouTube videos as well during my lessons on Zoom or re-recorded lessons. Does that make sense? I hope it does. All right, so SplashLearn. SplashLearn is a math-based app. I believe that they have different subject areas, but my school currently has the math one. And it's really, really cool because you can assign certain standards to the whole class, or you can assign it to certain students, and you're not limited to just your grade level. So for example, I have someone that I know that has a kindergartner and they didn't have any resources available, so I went ahead and added them to my class, and I assigned their daughter kindergarten standards. There is a cap as to how many students you can add, I believe, and I believe it's like 35. So for me, it's fine right now because I only have 20 students. 19 students. So I really, really like splashmath. If you don't have it, I'm pretty sure you can get a free trial, and I highly, highly recommend you do. The last app I'm going to be using is Teacher Monster to Read, and this is an app that I've been using since my first year of teaching. This is more catered to K, maybe pre-K through first grade, and it's a phonics based program. You can start students at different levels, so like beginner, intermediate, or expert. I believe it. So that's what I'm using as well. There's another thing that I might use but may not use depending on how long this remote learning goes on for. So if it does go on past March 27th, which is when our governor told us that the school shutdown was going to end, then I'm going to go ahead and look at other things such as Outlook Teams. I know a lot of you are using Google Classrooms. My school does not use Google apps, they use Outlook apps, and I believe the equivalent to Google Classroom in Outlook is Google Teams. So I haven't really looked at it too much, but what I've seen actually intimidates me a little bit because it doesn't seem really friendly towards little ones. However, I posted an Instagram story just asking for tips and tricks, and I have 4 responses. One of them is saying we're required to use Teams too, so please share. Another one is saying that they're using Zoom, which I'm using Zoom as well. Someone else said try SeeSaw. I am using SeeSaw. And then someone else said that there's a Teams classroom setting that's very kid friendly, and it's coming from someone that works for Microsoft EDU. So I'm definitely going to be reaching out to this person and then updating you guys on Instagram. School closure thing goes beyond March 27th, then I'm going to go ahead and look into Microsoft Teams if I am required by my school. If I'm not required by my school, I'm going to keep on using SeeSaw because that is super kid friendly, and my students already know how to access it, and my parents also have access to it already. So now let's get into my schedule that I have so far. This schedule is for next week. Right now we're currently on spring break, but I'm starting this remote learning schedule next week. I'm gonna have a link to it below in case you want to check it out, and I also posted it on Instagram, so there's that. All right, so my remote learning schedule starts at 10 a.m. and the reason I chose 10 a.m. is because I feel like that's the time where pretty much everybody's awake and ready to go, especially considering that not every single parent out there is able to stay home with their parents, and they're probably just jumping around from childcare to childcare. I feel like 10 a.m. is a good time to start. So we're gonna start with morning meeting, and that's gonna be on Zoom. So morning meeting, same thing that we do in my classroom. Just go through the morning message, go through our sight words, go through our question of the day, and then in our morning song. Not in that order. Let me try that again. So morning meeting is my morning message, sight words, then morning meeting song, and then question of the day. So that's what we're gonna start with. After morning meeting, we're gonna do phonemic awareness using Hegarty, and I'm gonna just go through it again on Zoom with all the students that are able to join, and hopefully we can get some participation going back and forth. After phonemic awareness, I'm gonna start my phonics lesson, and I'm pretty sure that on Zoom you can have students see your screen. If that's not the best for what I'm trying to do, I'm gonna go ahead and go on Zoom on my phone, and then with the iPad just go through the slides so students can see me at the same time. After a phonics lesson, we're gonna go ahead and do a Go Noodle break. Again, I'm pretty sure that through Zoom you can go ahead and show your students your screen, so I'll put a Go Noodle on my side so we can all do it together, and hopefully that just brings some sense of like unity and we're all doing something together. Ooh, I'm running out of battery. Next I have an hour break for now. Again, this is gonna change depending on how long this remote learning goes on for, but I have a break, so it says break, go get a snack and play outside if possible, and then they come back at 12 p.m. and that's when they start watching YouTube videos that I have prepped for them beforehand. So that's gonna include our read aloud, our writing lesson, and then we have a break. And then after that, they have math time, and math time has 2 choices. So either they go on SplashMath and complete a lesson, or they complete a SeeSaw assignment. And the same goes for reading time. They either go on Teacher Monster to Learn or complete a SeeSaw assignment. After that, I would love to meet with my students again on Zoom at 1:45 for a closing meeting, just to check in with them and see how they're doing, what they're struggling with, and what they need from me. And just, I don't know, just talk it out. I feel like it's gonna be nice to see each other, even if it's just through a screen. Another thing I'm doing for my parents is I'm offering them my Kindles. I have about 9 or 10 Kindles in my classroom, and just in case they don't have access to technology, I am willing to let them borrow a Kindle and a charger so that their students can access all this stuff. All right, so that is it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and if you did, please give this video a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Also, let me know what you're doing to teach during this time in the comments below. I would love to know, and I'm sure it would help other teachers out there. So yeah, that's it. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.